On this video, we're gonna go ahead and go over my favorite top tips and tricks that you could do on your Apple TV. This is a first-time buyer guide, but also has a couple of new updates from the past video because currently the latest OS for the Apple TV is tvOS 14, and there's a couple of additional goodies that Apple integrated. So sit back and relax, and let's go ahead and go over the top tips and tricks, as well as some hidden features that you have to know if you recently picked up an Apple TV. Let's get started. So real quick, let's just get quickly familiar with the controller. It's really basic and it's really simple, and there are some shortcuts for something that has so little buttons. For example, the main button, the menu button, if you tap once, will quickly take you to the main menu. In the main menu, if you tap the menu button one more time, it's gonna play the screensaver. And if you're on an app and you long press, it's gonna jump back to this menu as well. Now the TV icon will always take you to the Apple TV, but if you don't like it doing that, you can always change it by simply hopping into your settings real quick, go into remote and devices, and right here where it says home button, you can switch between Apple TV app or home screen. So it's basically like the menu button if you want. Personal preference, but here is where you can also see the battery life percentage of the remote. And you click on it for more additional detail. And if you like to change the speed, you can always change the track surface speed right here from slow, medium, fast. Now double tapping the TV icon, this will actually take you to the app switcher. You can scroll between previously open apps just like so. And if you want to force close one, just swipe up. And if your Apple TV is having issues, if you want to force reset it, just hold down the menu button and the TV icon at the same time for a couple of seconds, and it'll quickly reset the Apple TV. And then since the Apple TV is turned off, just tap the menu button. It should automatically turn on the television and the Apple TV at the same time. But if you want to turn off everything by putting the device in sleep mode, including the television, just hold down the TV icon, and right here where it says sleep, click on that. It'll turn everything off. And once more, menu button will turn the TV and the Apple TV back on. Now in the main menu, if you tap the menu button one more time, it'll automatically switch to Apple's screensavers. And if you just want to switch between the next one, you simply swipe or go back to a previous one. But new for Apple TV 14, part of the firmware update, if you go into settings and you go to general, then go into screensaver, if you go into themes, you can hide the ones that you don't like. So if you hide all of them except for one, and now whenever you go back and enable the screensaver, it's just gonna play that same themed one all over and over again. Now the microphone control icon, if you press and hold, this will launch Siri. And a very useful tool about this is whenever you're watching a show, a video in general, you can literally request Siri to go to 30 seconds, 40 seconds, or go to a certain time of that video. But everything else, you can ask general questions like you would on your iPhone with Siri on your phone. In addition to that, if you have an iPhone and you happen to be having a hard time finding the Apple TV remote, it's also built into your phone's operating system. If you go into your settings, if you haven't set this up yet, and go into your control center and scroll all the way down to where you see Apple TV remote. Add it, and now whenever you bring down the control tab, click on the Apple TV remote icon, select the Apple TV box, and now you have your controller right here on your phone, and basically you can do everything that you're able to similarly do on the regular Apple TV remote, but on your cell phone. If you have an Apple Watch, you can do the exact same thing. You just have to go into the Now Playing app, go back, and scroll down until you see your Apple TV. And right here, tap on the remote icon, and there you have it. You have the remote right there on your wrist. Other important things to know about the Apple TV is in the home page, you could just rearrange the apps by simply holding down and moving them like so. And you can stack them up on top of each other like folders, exactly like how you typically would on your iPhone. And if you like to delete some of these apps, just continue holding until the play and pause option pops up. Tap on here, and here you can not only create a new folder, but you can also delete the entire app, and you also have other additional options as well. Now, if you like your device to switch between light mode or dark mode, just like our iPhones, if you go into your settings, go into general, and go to appearance, here you can switch between dark mode or light mode, or leave it automatic where it will switch between sunrise to sunset automatically. So it's a personal preference, whatever look you're trying to go for. Now new for Apple TV 14 is now you could actually pair two AirPods or other compatible H1 chip equipped or W1 chip headphones to the Apple TV. But before you go ahead and pair your AirPods to the Apple TV, I highly recommend quickly just going into your settings and go into video and audio, and go all the way down to where you see wireless audio sync. Tap on here, and on your iPhone, you'll automatically see that this pop-up card pops up. Simply tap continue, and what it's gonna do is utilize the microphone on your iPhone to calibrate the audio delay. So there's no audio delay whatsoever. To tap continue and just let it do its thing. So now whenever you tap and hold the TV icon one more time, go into the AirDrop icon, select the AirPods you like to connect to, and you should be automatically connected. And if you like to do audio sharing, just go tap audio sharing, open up the AirPod you want to connect to, and just follow the on-screen instructions, let it connect, and there you have it. And you control the audio levels individually on each device as well by doing this with the remote or adjusting it on the headphone itself if you're using like the Max or something. Picture-in-picture mode is now also available on the Apple TV. It only works on certain third-party apps, not all of them, but hopefully in the near future, all of them will support this. So if we play a movie or something, if you tap and hold the trackpad, you'll see this icon. And this is how you could do picture-in-picture. And now you can multitask while viewing other videos or maybe playing a game in the background. And speaking of game, if you have an Xbox One controller or even the Elite controller, you can pair it wirelessly to the Apple TV by simply holding down the Xbox button and then press on the synchronize button, and it should pop up right here in this menu. You could also pair a PlayStation 4 controller, but unfortunately at the time making this video, it's only supported on the PlayStation 4. The PlayStation 5 controller isn't yet compatible. But to set the PS4 controller to pair mode, simply hold down the PlayStation button as well as the share button at the same time until you see the controller begin flashing like so. When it does this, just simply tap connect and you're good. And in addition to that, you can also pair third-party Bluetooth headphones. So they don't have to be Apple's main brand headphones. You can simply connect any Bluetooth headphone as long as you put it in pair mode and just go into the discover mode in the menu that you see here. Now, if you have an iPad, a Mac, or an iPhone, and you want to mirror everything that's on the display to the TV, it's really easy. On the iPad and iPhone, simply bring down the control center and just tap on the share mirroring icon right here. Tap on the Apple TV and bam. On the Mac computer, same thing, control center, screen mirroring, and click on it right here. And you can also switch between a mirror display, or you can let it become an extended display to your Apple computer. And if you want to share a photo or a video from your phone to the television, it's really easy. Just go into your phone's photo library, tap the plus icon right here for sharing, scroll down to where you see AirPlay. From here, select the Apple TV, and just like that, it shares the video or photos on the big screen. And lastly, if your household has other Apple users that want to add their account to your Apple TV, you may also do that. So they show up right here next time whenever you turn on your device. They could easily do so. Just go back into your settings, go into user and accounts, and from here, tap on add new user, just sign in, pair with either your phone or enter this information manually. And you are required to have the primary owner of the Apple TV password to set it all up. And there you have it, folks. Now you are a pro user in terms of mastering your Apple TV and using all its unique features so you can really use your device at its full potential. If you got some good useful information out of this video, don't just simply leave a like, but also get subscribed, especially if you enjoy seeing more tech stuff very similar to this, where I just go in more in depth and find some creative ways to get better usage out of your device. If you'd like to see more, feel free to go ahead and watch this video over here as I go through my favorite hidden features available on the Apple Watch. And then that video over there, that's just a video YouTube is recommending specifically for you. Thanks so much for watching, take care, and I'll catch you all in the next one. See ya.